In this lecture, we are going to work on this pagination component. And in this demo, in total, we are having 6 products. So per page, we are going to display 4 products. So here, I will be having second page. When I click on this, second page will be activated and 2 products will be shown. And here I will be having previous and first. If I am having multiple pages and if I click on previous, I will be moving to previous page. And if I am having multiple pages and if I click on first, then I will be moving to first page. Similarly, we are having next and last. Here, I will come to first page. If I click on next, then I will be moving to next page. Again, I will come to one. If I click on last, then I will be moving to last page. So basically, we are going to work on this advanced pagination. And as we have worked on these reviews, for that, we have created reusable component. And that component you can use in all the other projects. As well as I have already mentioned, if you want, you can install the packages and accordingly you can implement in your project. But in this project, all the functionalities I will be showing you so that you can have idea how these functionalities will be built. I will come to editor. I'm just going to close all the files. And inside this components folder, I will be creating one file. I will give the file name as pagination.jsx. Here I will be writing RFCE. Let me increase the size. And carefully, you have to follow each and every step. And I'm just going to import all the stylings. I will come inside this component styles. Inside that, I'm having pagination.css. And whenever we render this pagination in products component, all this data we will be passing as a prop. So directly, I'm just going to accept entire data. First, I will be passing current page. Using this, we are going to get current active page. Next prop, I will be passing on page change. Here, I will write on page change. And this will be a function. Using this, we can easily change page numbers whenever button is clicked. So that also we will be passing as a prop. Then here I will be passing active class and by default I will assign the value active. Whatever background color we are going to apply for the active class, for that by default we will be passing active. Again separate by comma. Then here I will be writing next page text. And for this, I will assign the value next. Okay, in total, we are having 4 extra buttons. Next, last, previous and first. Then in similar way, I will be writing previous page text. For this, I will be writing previous. Then separate by comma. Then I will be writing first page text. And inside this, I'm just going to assign first. Then finally, I'm just going to write last page text. Okay, in our demo, I have already shown you how this will be working. So here, for next page, I will write next. For last page, I will write last. For previous page, previous. And for first page, first. In this way, by default, we will be passing all the values. Now I'm just going to open product slice. And inside the initial state, we have passed total pages. Now this total pages and products, I'm just going to access from state. So here below this, I'm just going to access total pages and then I will be accessing products and from where I have to access, here I will be using this use selector hook and inside this, I will be passing this callback function. And from this product state, I will access total pages and product. And above this, I'm just going to import this use selector. Okay. So in pagination component, we are just going to access this total pages. And below this, I'm just going to check for the condition. If products dot length, if it is equal to 0, which means if I am not having any products, or if my total pages is less than or equal to 1. If I am not having any products and if my total page is 1, then I do not want to return any pagination. So here I will be writing return null. I will be doing immediate return, and whenever we are searching for product, if we are not having any product, let me show you. Here I will be typing something, hit enter. Now you can see in this case no pagination will be displayed. So that is the reason we are going to do immediate return. Why? Because now product length is 0. So directly we are just going to return null. So if any one of the condition is true, then we are not going to return this pagination. Now below this, we are just going to write the function to generate page numbers. Let me write the comment, generate page numbers. Below this, I will create this function, get page numbers. Inside this, I will be creating one variable, page numbers. And for this, I will be assigning empty array. And what this page number will be doing? It is going to hold all the page numbers. For example, I can have 1, 2, 3, 4. So all the page numbers will be stored inside this array. Below this, I will be creating another variable. I will give the variable name as page window. And for this, I will assign the value 2. Let me just come to demo. I will come to products. Now you can see this is my active page 2. And before that, what I am having? I am having first and previous. I will come to first page. Then I am having next and last. So using this page window, what we are doing? We are just going to show two pages before and after our current page. So here I will be writing for loop, and first will be the initialization, and using this initialization we are just going to ensure first page is 1 or higher. I is equal to math.max. Inside this I will be passing 1 comma current page minus page window. So using this initialization we are just going to ensure first page is 1 or higher. For example, current page is 2 and page window we have given as 2. 2 minus 2, we are going to get 0. So maximum 1 comma 0. And I hope you already know how this math.max will be working. Second, we have to pass the condition. Let me just come down. So using this condition, we will just ensure last pages, total pages are lower than total pages. So here I will be writing I is less than or equal to math.minimum. Inside this, I will be passing total pages, comma, current page plus page window. Okay, for example, total pages is 3, current page is 2, and page window is 2. 2 plus 2, I will have 4, and total pages is 3. So I will have math.minimum 3, comma 4. So using this, we can ensure our last pages, total pages are lower than that. Our last page's total pages or lower than that. And finally, we have to increase the value of I. So here, I will just write here increment value of I. And this is our for loop. And here, I'm just going to open this for loop. And what I will do, each and every time, whenever my loop is running, I'm just going to push valid page number into this page numbers. So here I will be writing page number. It is nothing but array, and on this I'm just going to apply this push method, and here I will be passing I. Unless and until this condition is met, this loop will be executed and all the page numbers will be pushed inside this page numbers array. Then finally from this function I'm just going to return page numbers. Okay, only if I return page numbers, that page numbers I can display on user interface. So here I'm just going to return this page numbers. Now finally, we are going to come to this return part. Here, I will click on one. If I click on one, only then I am having next and last button. If my active button is greater than one, only inside this, I'm just going to check if my current page is greater than one, only then I have to render both the buttons. Okay, my current page is 2, only then I have to render first and previous button. So now I have to render two buttons, and if we are having two elements to display, then entire thing we are going to wrap inside this fragment. So here I will be creating button, and for this I will give the class as pagination btn, and inside this what I have to render, I have to render first page text, and for that what value we have assigned, we have assigned first. So exact same thing we are just going to render. And for this button, we will be passing this onClick event handler. Whenever we click on the button, what we have to do? We have to redirect to first page. So inside this, in this way, we are going to pass, and here we will be passing on page change. Inside this, we will be passing 1. So as soon as we click on first, directly we have to move to first page. And whenever we render this component, and when we call this function, accordingly, we will be moving to first page. Now exact same thing, I will copy, and below this, I'm just going to paste. And whenever I click on previous button, instead of moving to first page, what I have to do, for example, if I am inside fourth page, and if I click on previous page, whatever current page I am having, I just have to subtract by 1, and I should be moving to third page. So here I will be writing current page minus 1. And inside this, what data we have to pass? We have to pass this previous page text. I will copy, and here I will be pasting. And this entire condition is for first and previous buttons. In this way, I will be writing, because we are inside JavaScript mode, and here I will be writing previous and first button. Now exact same thing I will copy. Below this I will be pasting, and this will be for last and next buttons. When this button should be rendered? Only when our current page is less than total pages. So here I will be writing current page is less than total pages. Okay, basically, if it is not the last page, only then we have to render these buttons. Let me show you. You can see my current page is 2 and my total pages is also 2. 2 is less than 2, the condition fails, and I am not going to display these buttons. But I will come here first. 1 is less than 2. Yes, the condition is true. Only then this next and last buttons will be displayed. So that is the reason we have to pass this condition. And here inside this, I'm just going to display this next page text. And whenever I click on next page, what I have to do, whatever current page I am having, I'm just going to increase the value by 1. And then we are having last page text. And whenever we click on this, directly we should be moving to last page. So while calling this, we have to pass this total pages. Let me show here. As soon as I click on this, how many total pages we are having, we have to move to the last total page. So that is the reason we are going to pass total pages. So using this, we are going to render our first and previous button. And using this, we are just going to render our last and next buttons. Then finally, in between this, we have to display these numbers. Let me come to previous. You can see we are having next and last, but between this, we are having how many pages we are having, that many numbers has to be displayed. So here, this is our first condition, and this is the last condition. In between, we are just going to display our numbers. So here, I will be writing display numbers. Exact same thing, I will be writing it here, and then I'm just going to close. Again, I will open this JavaScript mode, and inside this, I'm just going to call this get page numbers. And what this is returning? This is returning page numbers and it is nothing but array. So here it is going to return array. So on this array, I'm just going to apply this map method. And then I will be passing this callback function open. And inside this, I'm just going to pass the argument number. Inside this, I'm just going to render button. And for this button, I will give class as pagination btn. Let me just change the spelling. I will write pagination. So in this way, I'm just going to render the button, and inside this, whatever number I am having, I'm just going to display that number. So here I will be passing number. And whenever we are using map method, here we have to pass the key prop. And for this, we will assign number. If you want, you can pass second argument index, but directly you can pass number, because each and every time we will have different value for number. And here for this button, we are going to pass this on click event handler. And whenever we click on any number, we should be redirected to that page. So here I will be passing on page change, and inside this I will be passing number. For example, you can see if I click on 2, I will be redirected to second page. If I click on 1, I will be redirected to first page. So whenever I click on any number, I should be redirected to that number. And conditionally, we are going to render the class, and whichever page is active, conditionally, we have to give active class. So here, this entire thing, I will be wrapping inside this template string. Select this entire thing and wrap inside JavaScript mode. Here, I will be creating this variable. Inside this, I'm just going to pass current page. If my current page, if it is equal to number, then what I have to do, I have to apply this active class. Else, I do not have to add any class. So here, I will be passing empty string. For example, if my current page is 1 and my number is also 1, then active class has to be applied. And for this active class, we have passed as a prop, and for this, we have already assigned the value active. So accordingly, background color will be applied to that active button. I know as a beginner, first time if you are creating this pagination component, it might be difficult to understand, but step by step, if you practice and try to decode entire code, then it will be very easy to implement this pagination. So we have completed this entire pagination component. Next, what we will do, this pagination component, we are going to render on products page.